part 2 of our late IHP show with your lovely 5D mystic here, since we didn't chit-chat as much as I wanted to about those lovely ideal partners when you are a true self-empowered person who knows true love. So one, true love, it's when you can be an individual who has that lovely capacity to be self-aware, self-regulated. Why? Because true love is experienced when you are in a securely attached body. So I'm attachment trauma informed. Okay, so I got all lovey-dovey with our lovely Jesus and true love and forgiveness, but I want to explain to you self-empowerment as well for tonight's IHP show. We talked about that a lot today, and we've talked a little bit about opinions and how we all, definitely the ones of us who are in the 5D collective, notice the hypocrisy between the spiritual bypassers and the individuals who also don't believe in attachment trauma formation. So they don't have to believe in Reiki or Akashic record readings or any of that which is within the mysticism sphere. But when they limit the potential of all people based on, I don't believe in neurobiology or neuroscience or whatever, it's like, okay, you know what? I think that it's time that we have our lovely community out here. Now, I didn't know that I'd be getting all of this lovely education, which is why it's always funny when I hear people who talk about our soul's mission. Okay, so number one, a divine feminine knows that every person is a soul. Sadhguru uses the word, we're all a spirituality process. It means the same thing to me. Use your name, please use your human name, and I just know the difference is that my brain is integrated. So I have what's called healthy self-worth. I love myself first. If you don't take my feelings personally, and meaning you don't take them as important, you're not an ideal partner. I will know that I can calibrate my own authentic self way better than you ever will, because you're not letting me dance the dance of life, because you're not compassionate. So you're not going to be an ideal partner. I won't be gauging how to make myself worthy for you. So I see always a lot of these posts of not self-empowered women. They're women, yes. They're not empowered. They are seeking to make themselves worthy from here, and they're not aware here. And I'm attachment trauma informed, so I'm going to do my best to maintain that lovely, I'm thinking of one of my educators as my Awakened Embodied certificate course. He came in and he taught us about different sexual preferences, and like, I'm a polyamory person. It's not about sex, but it's about love, and how people don't get accepted for loving in different ways, which completely, I mean, as a whole 3-year-old heart, I don't really give a shit of what you think about how many people I love or not. I mean, the reality is, even as a teenager, I didn't. And I laugh because I literally and actively have no idea what it means to have any shame according to what some other person's humble opinion may mean. I'm a 3-year-old who has a mom who let me just be a wild 3-year-old, and then I have a brain that's like, oh, God told me to be just the way I am. Why are you telling me you've grown up to be something different? You're not making sense. You're inconsistent. I'm going to pause. I'm going to wait until I grow up enough to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, and then I just kind of left it alone, because who gives a shit? So the part about what I love is that I do live a life of meaning beyond the solo self, my society, my community. Don't tell me about anything that you've done illegal. I will rat you out. As soon as the police come knocking on my door, I'm all like, you just ask me, I'll tell you everything. I've told this to any person, don't bring me your shit. I won't hide it for you. That's actually, I'm A-okay with that, even if I know that there's plenty of things that can be fixed. But my point is, I want to be a member of society. It's funny because sometimes I think of one of my very, very good friends. He's super special to me. And he doesn't even know how big of a difference he's made, because I do try to tell him, but I don't think he understands because he can't be in my brain. But I do. I'm able to see better because of his mind being able to figure out how my mind works, not because he had to, just because it kind of happened, okay? So this is where a woman will know of why we need, it doesn't have to be a man, but in my case, when I think of any of the divine masculines, they help me see better, but not the ones who are heartless. No, the ones who are non-bilaterally integrated, they just help us know, okay, you're another one who needs something, which is called a good therapist, so that you can, just be yourself. Like, gosh, get it together, get your trauma together and go get a good therapist. That's all this is. Okay, so we're not gonna be like, oh my God, they ruined me. So this is what an empowered woman, we don't think of some betrayal as, oh my gosh, they took my worth. So I have all the compassion in the world, but it's really tiresome to see women who basically are showing off that they're empowering something when, first of all, they're cheerleading and supporting somebody who needs that. Empowerment means that I can be pokety-poked and guess what I know? Limitless possibility inside of me. So some of us were inner children because we get lucky. I got lucky. Emotions, you bring it on. As long as you're not touching me. I already learned as a kid. It's not personal, Maria. I learned all about that as an adolescent, which is, I don't want to go back. I'm happy as I got older. One, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be happy as I'm a teenager growing up because that's what it is. And I never forget. I'm like, yep, I'm learning. I'm totally learning. What's sad is to find out how books decide to deviate things, but anyways, let me put that to the side. Okay, so I know I showed you these in our previous episodes. When you see this happening, people who are not being kind to people who need them to be people who learn, okay, so when I see ignorance, I am a person who can spot a mile away somebody who's being bullied by ignorant human beings, and that's because here and here, and that's that 5D mystic. Is it a superpower? No. I'm going to say I have a good gut because I got lucky. So ideal partners are those who tell us you're beautiful just the way you are, and whatever you want to come true, I'm going to support you. That's it. You don't change me. You don't correct me. You don't fix me. You don't break me. You don't, none of that. I don't need you like that. You ask me questions, you're curious, and then you support me on my journey. And that's true love in general. That's how a parent also will ideally, here, go out. I'm going to make sure you know that you're tended to here, but then I need you to go out so that you can be off on your own, which again, I got lucky. Go. I don't want to be thrown out, but I want to stay here. You need to go. And that's how parents have handled people like me, highly sensitive. I don't want to go play. They're all mean to me. They don't like me, whatever it is. But today I can say that thanks to just, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. You'll find people who are serious. So let's get to that. Ideal relationships, they need to be intellectually something. Otherwise, believe me, it's not going to go anywhere. Oh, but if you're emotionally unavailable, it's completely out the door. I mean, as a teenager, my lovely teenage boyfriend, awesome. My other relationships, awesome again. Twin flames, I knew I was lucky because I'm like, you know what? I see a lot of men out there, they don't know how to handle their emotions. And today I'm attachment trauma informed, like, you know what? There is a lot of men who don't know how to deal with their emotions. So as long as I meet a person who doesn't know how to deal with their emotions, you're not ideal in any way, shape, or form. You're not intellectually interesting. You're putting down all of the human species, all entrepreneurship. I'm an entrepreneur. You better bet that I can find a solution for anything that is humanities and social sciences and people related, right? Not engineer. Don't bring me math. If you bring me math, I'll be completely lost. But point is, a self-empowered woman knows what true love is because we know healthy self-worth. And self-love, not a myth. Bullshit. If somebody tells you that you don't need to learn how to love yourself first, they obviously don't have their 0-1-year-old. I'm an independent lover because I'm emotionally independent. So don't come babying me. I will definitely not baby you. My ideal partner, you can't be ego sensitive. If you can't take that I want to chit chat, like for real, then you're not going to be really having much to say to me because, ventral vagal no's, no person who's not empowered likes a ventral vagal no. So on that note, our ideal partners, they have an ego and a self and a, I that loves humanity, themselves, and knows how to be humble. It's not grandiose because otherwise they have low self-worth. It's not shame, otherwise they have low self-worth. Those are love dependence or love avoidance. Here you find healthy self-worth. Ideal partners, they don't bring unfinished business. They bring true love. So consistently expanding consciousness, 5D relationships. Tune in for more. Again, your enlightenment, woo-woo, pseudoscience lady.